the Witch of Jasmine, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a reading for Taurus moons. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're having a nice start to the new year, hopefully. As always, that noise in the background is my cat, Cheralyn. She's doing good, just like all the little kitty cats. My brother got a kitten a few months ago, and since he's been visiting for the holidays, we've had a new little kitten running around, so I don't think he'll be making an appearance, but just FYI, if you hear some screaming, it's just the little kittens playing. But anyway, as I'm shuffling out these cards, I invite you to take some deep breaths, to calm yourself, ground yourself, center yourself, which I know for me has been very difficult in this new year. Well, because of the holidays. The holidays are so crazy for me personally, but oh my gosh, there we go. But now hopefully it's a little quieter and things are going back to normal for you. But, well, I guess we'll find out with this reading, huh? Oops. Pretend you didn't see that. There we go. Cheralyn's playing the rug game, which is basically where she takes like the little corner of the rug and goes doom, doom. That's what she's doing. Just take some deep breaths. Let's get our last card here. Taurus moons, let's take a look at your cards. For the Oracle card, we have Wisdom with Leo and Fire. Alright. And for the Tarot cards, we have Knight of Cups, Eight of Swords reversed, Ten of Wands, Eight of Athames, aka Eight of Swords, Four of Chalices reversed, aka Four of Cups reversed, and Eight of Wands reversed. Oh, we've got 8, 8, 8. Interesting. So I think I want to start with this Eight of Athames here, aka Eight of Swords. Yeah, I'll show you this one up close, which I guess I'll show you both of these up close. So as you can see with this card, we have this woman, right, who's like clearly in a bad situation, right? She's like kind of tied up and has these swords around her. She also has a blindfold on, right? So it's like, yes, this is bad. Who knows if she put herself there, somebody else put herself there, whatever. But ultimately, it's not like she's completely bound to the situation, right? Like in this case, she has her arms tied up, her wrists tied up, but she still has the ability to move, right? So if she were able to get this blindfold off and to really evaluate her situation, she might be able to see like, huh, there might be a way out of this, you know? So Eight of Swords is basically about, to put it bluntly, self-victimization, right? You're in a bad situation. You did it to yourself, somebody else did it to you, doesn't really matter, because you're in a tough situation and ultimately it's your responsibility to get you out. You are the only one who can get you out. Because I think it can be really easy sometimes to blame others, right, for the situation that you're in. Or you might not feel like you're strong enough to get yourself out of it. But when this card comes up, it's a very clear sign to me that if you want to get out of the situation, your best bet is just figuring out how to do it yourself and doing it yourself, right? However, with this, it is a little bit different because, well, I guess I should say right here too, just to kind of jump ahead and give a little more context, we have the Eight of Swords reversed here. So this is a chronological reading. So it's this, then this, then this. So I see at some point we are moving from that, and having it reversed means that you are able to do that, right? You're either doing it now or, will be in the future. Whichever the case, we are overcoming this, which is really, really good. But I think what this reading is encouraging you to do, to find ways to overcome whatever kind of situation you're in right now, which I think we'll be able to get a little more specific in a minute. It has to do with asking for help. That's what this wisdom card is all about. It's going and asking for help or doing your own research or, going to whatever kind of external source. Going maybe to somebody who's been through this before or has some sort of experience. And having the Knight of Cups here, I will say that with these court cards, the Page, the Queen, the King, they sometimes can represent a literal person, but not always. But for some reason, for me, with Knight of Cups specifically, I always feel like he does represent, like 90% of the time, he represents a literal person. Maybe not necessarily a masculine person, but somebody who has so much love and support for them, right? It's usually a good sign that you should be seeking out somebody who you trust, who can help you with this. I think that would be a really good idea. The other really notable thing here too, with this Four of Cups reversed, which I also love seeing, especially with this Eight of Swords reversed, is, so Four of Cups, I guess I'll show you this one too. With Four of Cups, we have this woman who's kind of, sitting here with these three cups, and she doesn't really like them, right? It's actually, now that I'm thinking about it, very, very similar vibe to Eight of Swords. But anyway, so she's looking at these three cups, and she doesn't really like them. It's just kind of like, look at these cups that I have. I don't like any of them. They're so awful, and kind of just ruminating in that rather than kind of taking that effort to look up and go find another cup. Because look at that. The kind that she wants is right there, She just has to take that effort to go get it. So yes, having it reversed is a sign that that sort of boredom and apathy and frustration and discontentment is something that you're overcoming. You're kind of looking at your situation and saying, hey, I want better for myself, I don't like these cups. I want a different cup, So that's really nice. And I'm kind of resisting the urge to bring New Year's into this because I don't know. But this is also very much giving New Year's energy, right? Oh, hi, Halen. Of that kind of mindset that a lot of people have during New Year's of I want to make more positive changes to myself. I want to work on these things that I don't like in my life, So I think while all of this is really nice and is really good, I think, and is something that you should definitely do, I think this reading also kind of wants to... No, that's not right. No, sorry. I'm I'm sitting here trying to think about, Halen, if these cards here are more so like what exactly they're representing. And I think, honestly, Helen, please be careful with that fire. I think what they're more so representing here is like how this transformation time is going to go. I think it's kind of, oh my gosh, giving you a warning that it's not going to be easy. And I don't want to say that because I don't want to discourage you, you know? It doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it or that it's going to be too difficult, but I think it's just at least good to know ahead of time, right? So anyway, this Ten of Wands is about burden, right? I guess just to put it in a little bit of context with the Ten of Wands, you know, if you're not super familiar, if you think of the story of Wands as being from Ace to 10, right? So Ace is the beginning of the story and 10 is the end of the story. Or Ace is like the beginning of a project, the beginning of some kind of journey, and 10 is the end of it, right? So you've been working all the way up through, you know, 1 through 9. And then once you get to 10, that's when you finally achieve this thing that you wanted. But plot twist, it's more difficult than you thought it was going to be. You know, I used the example of like a job, right? You work really, really hard. You go through school, you go through testing, you go through the job application process. You finally get this job that you wanted so bad. It was like your dream job. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, this is more difficult than I thought it would be. This is a lot more work than I thought it would be. I don't really know how I feel about this, you know? So it's that like burden. However, I do not think that that's like, I think that's more so growing pains. I don't feel like that means that it's, at least in this reading, I don't think it's necessarily like you're in way over your head, you know? I think it's more so because change and development and evolving yourself is tough. It's always tough for like everyone all the time, you know, because if it was easy, then we would all just be perfect beings, you know, but you have to put in the hard work to do it. And other thing too, with this Eight of Wands reversed, I think it might also be kind of a slow process for you, right? Not going to happen overnight, overcoming all of this. So I think this reading is, again, I really don't want to discourage you, but I think it's just preparing you for what's to come, right? Which, of course, I think if you can seek out the help of others, then all of this is going to be a lot easier and a lot smoother, right? But again, just don't expect change to happen overnight. All right, we got to pull another card. We need to end this on a little more of a positive note. What can you expect to come from all of this? What does the ending to this look like? Or what's something we can do to kind of help this go a little easier? I got 2 cards. Justice. Ooh, and Death. Okay. We've got 2 major arcana cards here. That means that this is definitely a really, really big thing for you to be learning and working on. So, Death, I think that's a pretty well-known card in tarot. It's about transformation, right? Really transforming your life, transforming who you are as a person, your outlook on life. This will be such a transformative time for you. Halen. But the other thing we have here is this Justice card, which I'm trying to figure out exactly what it means, because I think what it's referring to in here, I think you might feel like things never work out for you, you know, or things never go your way. Like you might feel like there's things that you put a lot of, you know, time and energy into and they still just don't work out, right? I feel like those things don't work out because you're not quite, Halen, you're not quite like, I want to say like aligned with those things yet. You're just not in a place to be like having these things that you feel like you deserve, you know? Halen, come here. So I think by doing a lot of this work, a lot of those things are going to feel much more fair, you know? Because that's what this Justice card is about. It's about balance and cause and effect, right? That kind of fairness. So, yeah, ultimately, this is what you're working towards in the end, right? Besides everything that we talked about here. Bless you. Okay, Taurus moons. That was quite a lot to pull from this reading, but I hope I was able to communicate it all effectively to you. If you have any questions about this, or if you'd like any part of this clarified, please let me know. You can leave a comment, or you can just reach out to me, whichever you prefer. But of course, as always, I am wishing you so much luck with this. None of this is easy. I mean, even this reading is kind of putting it out there quite bluntly. It's not going to be easy, but I think you will ultimately find so much more peace in life. Your manifestations will come through so much, and you'll see a lot of, did I phrase that right? Wait, your manifestations will come through much better. And you'll overall just see a lot of transformation with yourself, but also with your life as well. And I'm going to reiterate this again, because this Oracle card here, if you're new to my readings, it's the overall message, the overall theme to this, the main takeaway. If you're going to take anything away from this reading, it's the message of the Oracle card, and that is to seek out some higher wisdom. Ideally somebody that you know, somebody that you love and trust and who supports you. And I also want to mention really quick too, I kind of breezed over this, but we have this fire element here as well as Leah, which is a fire sign. So we have a lot of creativity going on, a lot of creating things. So keep that in mind as well. But nice fiery energy. I really like that. So anyway, Taurus moons, thank you so much for watching. I'm wishing you lots of luck with this new year and with all of this. And I will see you again soon. Bye!